Hello, and welcome to the unboxing of Bowser Exclusive Edition from First 4 Figures. Before we get started on the actual statue itself, we actually have a second box with the base plate. This is the box that we're currently handling. The one on the floor is of our special guest, but we'll get to him in a bit. They really take very good care of shipping these boxes to you. If you take a quick look here, you can see a printout of Bowser himself on the styrofoam. It's really cool. You don't ever see that in any other kind of packaging whatsoever. They have a printout on every single packaging except for the outside itself. As we open it up, we got ourselves little dry packs, little snacks for later. Don't need those. And if you open it up, we've got our base plate here. You saw that there was a couple other things we'll get to in a bit. It's a very beautiful, beautiful base plate. And the bottom side here has the number, the product number right there. Got ourselves 0978 and a little part for the battery. Going back to the rest of the packaging, we have ourselves here the beautiful flame that you can see on the pictures of Bowser. It's pretty hefty, actually. You can see the paint on it. It's a glass flame that somehow holds by itself into the mouth of Bowser. We got the other two parts and, slippery handling on his tongue. It looks kind of weird that it's outside of his mouth, but it's so that way you can interchange. If you don't want to have the flame inside, you could just replace it with his tongue, which are both really cool. And there's our cable. Anyway, let's get to the man at hand, the man of the hour, Bowser himself. There's a couple angle shots to see kind of the overall box's size. Back here is a little description of him with his number as well. And some really cool professional photos of Bowser's face. He is a large, large box. And again, on his box as well, he's got a etching on the styrofoam. We have our QA sticker there. As we cut it out, we have him upside down. He is a hefty boy, hefty boy. You kind of try to take a quick gander at him. He is massive and awesome. Quick little side profile and back profile. We'll get to those more in depth later. And now he is on his baseboard. He looks amazing. He's got very, very pointy spikes. The textures on his horns and his spikes are really... I can't stop touching them. They're really, really pointy. Also, the gloves make things really, really smooth. But you can see a quick side profile of him. We'll spin it around a little bit. You can kind of see a little top view as well. You can see the fine details of his shell. You can see the textures of his skin. It's very reptilian. He's got very good in-depth detailing all over his body. From his nails, to his eyes, to his accessories, and his hair. Here, we'll go ahead and slip in his tongue. That covers up the joint that attaches his flame. But you can see it actually fits really well. And for the flame itself, when you swap them out, you got his flame sticking out, hanging freely from his mouth. But it looks so natural, and it looks like it's actually floating and a ball of fire coming straight from him. A quick little spin around. He's got really polished nail tips, or claw tips actually, on both his feet and his hands. They're they're almost like a pearl. And then his hair looks like finely combed. It's wavy. It's got a little